And that just brings you such mental peace. Okay, so we know why it was so important to save the first 10K, for confidence, for peace of mind, and also for compound interest so that your money works for you. But now let's talk about how we're actually going to do that. Okay, step one, build your emergency fund alongside investing. So I'm going to break this down into two parts. So number one, your emergency fund should be 3 to 6 months of expenses, 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This is your financial foundation, a buffer that protects you if anything happens. And again, this comes back to the peace of mind aspect. Some financial gurus recommend saving 3 to 6 months of expenses and then investing, but I actually recommend doing both at the same time. So while you're building your emergency fund, you should be investing in parallel. Now, I think it's important that you have at least 1,000 in your savings first as like some sort of starter emergency fund. But once you have that and you're building your emergency fund, I think you should also be investing on the side, because investing makes your money grow faster. In a normal savings account, the max you can get these days is 4 or 5%. In the stock market, it is much higher. My average return was actually 23%, which I know is not normal. I will say if you do normal index funds, it's about 8%. But 8% is still double what you can get in a savings account. And if you think a 4% difference doesn't make much of a difference, then look at this. If you start with nothing and you invest $1,000 every single month and you have an interest rate of 4%, then you will have, after 20 years, $350,000 approximately. If you instead invest this and you average a return of 8% a year, which is actually quite conservative because a lot of investments return a lot higher than this, you would have $550,000. That is a $200,000 difference over 20 years. So you've basically made an extra 200 grand just by putting your money in a different account, just by investing in the stock market instead of putting it in a savings account. And this is why it makes me so frustrated when I see people who have tens of thousands sat in a savings account at 2%. I'm just thinking, you're losing money with inflation, number one, but also this money is not working for you, and it could be. And that's partly what really drives me to make these videos on my channel. In summary, don't wait to invest. Build your emergency fund at the same time. If you have 400 a month to spare, put 200 in your emergency fund and 200 in investments. Because if it's going to take forever to build your emergency fund, that 10 grand is going to take much, much longer. So divide and conquer. Okay.